Once again, I want to talk about tarot readers. And if their power existed, it gets shared. Because if you think about it, common sense, logic, and science will back it up. As you can't have one thing, as all the Bibles and religion books says out there, including witches ones. Too much power at one person. And so it gets shared. And so when it comes to a person that can look into the future or do readings but they don't know what they're talking about, is because it needs to be shared. Big power usually needs to be shared, as it's controlled better that way, as it wouldn't get out of control unless they share it together. Now say you were doing all these readings and someone, and all sorts of people, as it's all the one religion, right? So they will do similar readings, you see, and they'll have bits and drips because they don't get to see it all either. But what it is they're reading something, isn't it? If it's the similar stories and it relates to one. So that means they're reading usually one energy, or maybe several. But it's hard to tell, because even if it is one energy, you're reading everything that that person sees or is going to see, you see, because it's the future, past and present. So when you read someone or start to get a reading, it's because it's reading something. And if you're getting a repeat, it's because you're not sorting out what you're reading. And if you do know about it, you can try to avoid something like bad guys. And so they'll have a reading that repeats as the job has not been done. It's getting avoided. It's getting ignored. It's getting controlled. So what happens is they have a key. You talk about a key, right? They have a key. Their key is to read into a room, an energy, you see. Then they got to try to work that out. And the best person to work that out is the key itself, as it'll start to see where it's coming from. But you can have a group to watch the key, try to control the key in the room, you see. And they'll drive around and they'll see what the key sees so they can try to see. But if the key decides to see nothing or hear nothing and go somewhere, what would happen? That's something I'm going to test out soon, about if that's right. Then they'll start to get, it'll take a while to see something, to change. Right? As they might start getting readings they still don't understand, as they're reading the past, future and present. But anyway, there's rules out there, and if these people are trying to control, they'll get nothing in the end. They'll just get failure and disappointment and little, getting somewhere. But then not. Because life always finds a way. Have a good one, everybody, and see you later.